Today we're going to be teaching you how to apply full color to a sculpted nail. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you understand the material and products we're going to be using today, as well as the material and products that you're going to need as you begin performing this service for your clients. You're going to want to make sure you have your gel brush. This is going to be used to help level the gel on your client's nails. Your base gel, this is the first coat of gel that you're going to use. Your 6-watt UV lamp, we talk about this all the time. Make sure that you're not using a lamp with more than 6 watts. The UV lamp guard, this is put in place between the lamp and your products to make sure that the UV light's not curing the product in your bottle. Gold foil forms, this is going to be used to help in building out the nail so you can build the sculpted nail. Your curved nail scissors and your straight nail scissors, these will be used to cut the gold foil form to make sure it's being shaped to the size that best works for your client. A mixing tile, this will be used to mix the color that you're going to use, that you'll be placing on the nail. Your mixing spatulas, these are used to mix the color. Color base 1, this is the gel that's used with our color to make sure that you get a good solid coat of color on the nail. You're going to need to pick whichever color or glitter powder you want to use. The clear builder finish is going to be the last coat that goes on as always. Your electric file that's going to be used to shape the nail at the end to make sure you've cleaned up the edges. The vacuum system, this will make sure the area is clean around the nail. It's a great way to make sure your client's nails stay clean. Toothpick bits used with the electronic file. Your cuticle oil, we have various types and various scents. Pick the one that works best for you, that your clients like. You're also going to need your nail cleanse and a lint-free wipe. These will be used to make sure at the very end that you're cleaning everything up. Your file and file saver. Your nail brush and your dome duster. These are again just used to help clean up, make sure that your nail is clean, that the area you're working in is clean. Let's get started. We're going to talk today about how to do a full color on a sculpted nail. By this point, you should have already prepared the nail. Now you're going from there and going to start applying the product and creating the nail. Very important, make sure that you're following the right sequence. Left thumb, right 4 fingers, left 4 fingers, and then right thumb. If you'll do this, putting the product on in that sequence, you'll find that you'll be able to speed up the process, which will allow you to make more money and will allow your clients to have a better experience. You start by applying a small line of base gel down the center of the nail. Then using your gel brush, you want to smooth the base gel onto the nail plate, much like you would if you were applying nail polish. Keeping the product about 1/64 of an inch away from the cuticle. Make sure when you do this that you use a light touch. A heavy brush stroke will remove too much of the product and it's going to create problems. When you're done, the base gel should appear smooth like glass and there should not be any bubbles in the gel. If for some reason you have a grainy appearance when you're finished, it's because you do not have enough base gel on the nail and you need to apply more until you get that smooth finish again. Make sure you wrap the base gel around the free edge of the nail and keep the gel off the skin or cuticles. If you do get gel on the cuticle, you want to use your pusher plus to make a free margin between the product and the skin. This will keep the gel from lifting off the nail after it's cured. This is the only reason you do this. Be aware that our products aren't going to hurt your clients. Now you've got the base gel on, you want to go through the flashing process. Very simple. By now you're probably very familiar with it. Using your 6-watt lamp, you're placing your client's nails under the lamp for the count of 1, removing them, placing them on top of the lamp for the count of 2, 3, 4, 5, back under the lamp. This is going to happen 3 to 5 times or until your client no longer feels any warming sensation. Once that's done, you'll put the fingers in the lamp for a full 30 seconds. Once you're done with this 30 seconds, the base gel is going to be tacky. Be aware of that. But that's okay. It does not have to be hard cured to move on to the next step. You're going to be adding extra gels on top of the base. Now you've got the main base coat on, it's time to apply the extension using the gold foil forms. Make sure that you get one of the gold foil forms and cut the back of the form with your straight scissors. This is going to allow you to put it on your client's finger. With your index finger and thumb, you want to squeeze the form gently and slide it up under the real nail, making sure that it fits snug. When the form is in place, you want to make sure you squeeze the sides of the gold foiled form together so it sticks to the finger. Make sure that you're checking the fit of the form on each nail. You want to make sure it's snug and that there's no loose open areas for the base gel to seep into. If this happens, you may end up having to replace the whole product. If not, you're going to have a lot of extra filing you didn't want. So make sure you're being cautious here, that you're getting that form on correctly. Make any adjustments that need to be made. You can trim the form with your curved nail scissors if necessary. Whatever you need to do to make sure that form fits snugly. Once you've got that on there, it's time to create the extension. You're going to do this using the base gel. You start in the center of the nail and you apply a thin bead line of base gel, pulling it towards the free edge to the length of the form you desire. For many people, this is 2, maybe 3 or 4, whatever it is for you. You need to go across that number length just longer than your desired finish length. It's best that you make the extension a little bit longer than the desired finish length so that you can file and shape the finished nail without losing that length. Very important that you do that. It's always good to have too much rather than too little. It's very difficult, in fact impossible, to add the extra length without starting over. Make sure that there's that free edge between the skin and the product. You'll turn the nail upside down to check all 5 angles of the nail. You want to make sure it's got that beautiful almond look. Use the corner of your gel brush if you need to distribute the gel and make an arch. Once you've done that, you can turn it right side up again. If you're happy with the way the nail looks, it's now time to flash the product to make sure that you're curing it. You're going to go into the lamp with your client's nail for the count of 1, up on top or above the lamp for the count of 2, 3, 4, and 5. Repeating this 3 to 5 times, remembering to the point that your clients no longer feel a warming sensation, then you can go forward and actually cure the gel. Once they get to that point, you'll place the nails underneath the UV lamp with the lamp in the down position for 1 to 2 minutes. Use your timer if you need to make sure that you get the right time. Once that's done, you're going to gently remove the extension form from the nail. If the gel is not fully cured under that extension, you need to put the nail back in the lamp with the nail upside down and cure it for an additional minute. You want to make sure the nail is cured and that the gel is cured on there. Once you've done this, it's time to finish the extension with your nail file. You want to shape the top and free edge of your new nail, making sure it's smooth. Remember, when you have a good base, the final product is going to be excellent. You'll then use your nail brush to clean off around the cuticle of the nail, and then you'll use your dome duster to dust off the hands and clean the nail dust from your area. Now it's time to mix your colors. Our colors are a little different. A lot of gels come with pre-mixed colors. Ours don't. They actually come in a pigment so that they will not only last longer, but it gives you a lot more freedom of what you're going to do. We have over 400 colors. All of these are available to you. We can custom mix colors. This is one of the great things about our product, is our ability to create colors so that you can create beautiful nail art. To start with, in mixing your colors, you're going to want to get your mixing tile, your color base 1, your color, and your mixing spatula. You'll squeeze a dime size amount of color base 1 onto your mixing tile. Be aware, it's not going to take a lot here. This is not something that you're going to need a large amount of. A little bit goes a long ways. Once you've done that, open your jar of color or glitter, and then using your mixing spatula, scoop out approximately enough pigment to cover a quarter or less of the spatula. Again, realize this doesn't take very much to do, and then place that on top of the gel. If you want the color to be darker, use a little more pigment. If you want the color to be lighter, use a little less pigment. But one thing to remember is that if the UV light is not able to get through the color during the curing process, you will get what's called a surface cure. And the gel underneath will not be cured, which is going to cause the nail to lift and pop off. So be very careful here. It's always easier to add another layer and darken the color than it is to end up with this process where the UV lights cannot actually cure the gel. It's better, especially with really dark colors such as black, navy blue, and red, as well as with other colors that may reflect the light, such as white, to use less pigment and put 2 or 3 coats of color gel on your client's nails, just as you would when using nail polish. So don't be afraid to go through this process multiple times. It is going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to be much happier with the results if you do. Now you've got your color mixed. We want to talk about applying the full color and the process of doing this. Using your brush, pick up a small amount of the color that you just mixed and brush it onto the nail, covering the nail just as you would with nail polish. Apply one thin coat for a sheer look, 2 or more thin coats for a more intense color. You need to cure between coats for 15 to 30 seconds to set the color. Remember, if you get the color product on too thick in one coat, it may not cure all the way through. Once you've done this, it's time to cure the gel. You're going to put it under the UV lamp and do what is called flashing. We've talked about this many times. You'll put a client's nails under for the count of 1, on top for the count of 2, 3, 4, 5, doing this 3 to 5 times. Once they no longer feel that warming sensation, the nails will go under the UV lamp for 1 to 2 minutes, and that's with the top down in the lowest position. Now you want to apply a clear builder finish on top of this. You've got the colors where you want them to be. You've built up the nail. With the bottle of clear builder finish, you'll apply a thin line down the center of the nail, and then using your gel brush, you'll brush the flow coat. Remember, this is the thin layer or map for the builder finish to follow. This is going to cover the entire nail. And then holding the nail at a downward angle, put a line of builder finish towards the center of the nail, and then apply a small amount on either side of the center line. By the time you're done, you should have 3 or 4 thin lines of builder finish on the nail plate. You'll turn the finger upside down so you can see where the builder settles, and then using the corner of your gel brush, just pull the gel from the high spots into the low spots to equalize the gel. This is called a gravity pull. Guide gel into a nice even almond shape, and then make sure you have an even arch from the cuticle to the end of the nail, and then also from side to side. This is called the C curve. You'll then turn your client's fingernails right side up and allow the product to self-level. Remember, you can repeat this process and add additional gel if you need to make sure you get that nice clean almond look. It's now again time to go through the flashing process. You're going to put your client's nails underneath the lamp for the count of 1, up on top of the lamp for the count of 2, 3, 4, and 5, repeating this 3 to 5 times until the client no longer feels a warming sensation. Once that's happened, you're going to place the nails under the UV lamp for a total of 4 minutes with the lamp in the lowest position or the top down. Once they're done curing, you'll pull them out, use your file saver or electric file with the toothpick bit and vacuum system to clean away any gel that may have run under the nail. Hopefully you don't have much. If you got the form on correctly, there should be very little cleaning that's got to be done. You'll then use your file and the file saver to finish shaping the nail. You want to make sure that your nails look beautiful and that they're clean. You're going to apply your cuticle oil, picking the scent that you like, and then make sure your clients get lotion so they can hydrate their hands. Making sure that what you've done through the process of applying the nail cleanse and dehydrating the cuticles, that gets taken care of quickly. Today we've talked about applying full color to the sculpted nail. If you have any questions, go to the training manual or give us a call or go to our website. We're here to help you. As we mentioned many times throughout here, we want to make sure that you have a good experience with our product. And the only way you can do that is to make sure you're following the steps correctly.